Strixhaven is a magical school with 5 main classes. Every class has a very distinct story. After opening Rootha, making a short story for her and doing a deep dive into her design, I was inspired to look at her class a little further. We all know that a little means that I will overthink every little bit of information we have on the school, so let's dive in, iterate, dive in again, and make some cool art if we can help it. Every college of Strixhaven has their own combination of enemy colors. PRISMARI's are blue and red. Wizards has actually given their own explanation for these colors, which is cool. PRISMARI has red, because it stands for expression. Every PRISMARI student needs a great drive to create. Red is the color of expression and emotion. This makes for great big explosions of art if you let it roam free. For most people on Earth, this is the actual hard part of creating art. We learn how to think and how to do our calculations. But many forget the part where we express ourselves. I think it's awesome that Rootha's struggle was about embracing her red big mage side. As an artist, you will need a lot of passion, because you will always get the critique. This is where blue comes in. Blue is about the iterations that you need in order to make your art great. You need to abandon a lot of your loved art before you can create your own. If red was the engine, then blue is the steering wheel towards your masterpiece. When there is enough blue, you can truly let your red roam free. Blue strives towards perfection. It wants your art to be amazing. It wants you to learn techniques to put your creative energy into. Blue can also be about your methods. If you want to create a video every week, you need a way to keep creating new ideas. Blue can help you with creating the perfect process for this. These two colors come together in PRISMARI's love for elements. They are about ice and fire with these colors. But more so, they are about creativity, which you can only have with the constant flow of creating and destroying. You need to keep thinking of new art and then see where you could have done better. PRISMARI is all about this iterative process. The colors also come together in the concept of beauty. Red makes what it wants and blue wants perfection. Both want to see something juicy for the eye to see. Note that PRISMARI is not about the ideal of beauty, but about real beauty. You might say that Rootha is not conventionally beautiful, but she really is in many ways beautiful. PRISMARI philosophy holds the key to true beauty. Now, every school has some really important characters, but before we talk about them, we need to talk about the mechanics. PRISMARI is about art, as we know. Both colors are represented in the mechanics. The big spells are about passionate performance. PRISMARI wants you to get enough mana to play the big spells, or about having these big spells in the graveyard to be used as an inspiration by other cards. Then the blue part is about discarding your great ideas and getting a little bit of inspiration in the form of a treasure token. This is the part I wanted to talk about first, before sharing the most important character. Every college on Strixhaven has been created by an elder dragon. These dragons have been born from the conflicting mana of the world and have mastered their art. Galahseth did so quite literally. His skill is to create a treasure, which we have now established to be discarded art. Yet, Galahseth knows the value of these pieces and enables you to use their inspiration more often. He sees your art and understands the idea behind it, even if the execution was rather poor. So, he learns from it and in a way perfectly reinterprets the idea of the art instantly. Or at least, he seems to be absorbing the ideas of that art. Don't worry, he will not steal your shine. that's beneath this big dragon. He abandoned Strixhaven a long time ago, leaving it in acceptable hands. Prismari is now being regulated by Uvilda, the dean that rules over perfection. She sees your idea and helps you hone your skill with that spell, making it easier for you to cast that spell. She shows us again that every idea needs time and care to become a great masterpiece. It is important to know that blue does not discard ideas without purpose. It discards these ideas for now in order to make them better later. They do care for creation. Vilda might be a harsh teacher, but she is a necessary one. And then there is Nasari. They are a new creature type that apparently never have a gender. Let's not dive into how that works exactly for now, but they are the dean of expression and side on the red, passionate side of art. They have helped Rootha embrace her red side too. They are all about spontaneous art. Whenever you get an idea from the top of your library, they let you exile it, and then you can cast it, but only for that turn. A nice flavor win is that Nasari gets a +1 counter when you cast that spell that spontaneously, showing us that Nasari gets motivated from seeing you cast those spells in such a fiery manner. Each college on Strixhaven has a mascot. These are creature tokens that the students create, or at least work with. In the case of Prismari, these tokens are elementals with a great 4/4 stat line. Their main lesson creates one for 5 mana, which is great for an extra card. These elementals are supposed to be representations of beauty. They are shaped after nature, as what is more beautiful than nature? And they can sometimes become sentient, which we can see on the card Grinning Ignis. This elemental is different than the others, as it seems to be an actual goblin. This one even enrolled in class. I think this fits the Prismari school rather well, as we get to see how art can sometimes trump the creator. Apart from that, other teams have to try to steal the elementals for the Mage Tower games. This is rather impossible because you cannot really pick something up when it's made of fire and ice at the same time. More importantly, elementals tell us that art is in the form of sorceries and instants, but can also be permanent. They can leave a token that can be admired for a longer time. This might be another explanation for why they are mostly shaped after animals. They can be kept as pets. Another design I love of showing us how art can be permanent is from the 2 refrain cards. These are sorceries that go to exile and return after 3 turns. This is the amount of time Uvilda takes to sculpt art as well. These refrains are repeated throughout the song, but are also repeated in your head over and over and over and over and over again. You will never get this song out of your head. The campus of Prismari is made out of winding paths. It is ever changing as the ideas of beauty change as well. The campus is inspired by the artistic movements of magicians, which is why it swirls around so much. You might have to take a lot of detours with these paths, but at least it looks amazing. Prismari does not believe in efficiency. Inspiration can be anywhere, so just taking the same optimal path every day would never lead to new creation. Every Prismari student has a living room and a space for an art studio. I can highly recommend this if you are trying to create amazing art. Make a space for yourself where you can move freely. It will stimulate your creativity. Prismari students make a lot of art. Still, every great artist has heaps of ideas and scraps that never get to shine in any spotlight. For one artist, this makes their home rather chaotic. For a whole school of artists, this means that they need a place for all rejected art to go. For Prismari, that place is called the Fury Gale, because every painting, sculpture and elemental that was not beautiful enough gets rather angry when you put them all together to rot. The Fury Gale is a dangerous place, so throw your art away and then run. Mage students who see spellcraft as the highest form of expression choose Prismari, the College of Elemental Arts. The Prismari have a profound impact on Strixhaven and Arcavios. They inspire others with their creations. Whenever an artwork fails, they give the whole school a show of creative outbursts. Prismari makes the school a little less dull. They dance, draw and sing. They make sculptures, perform shows and design the fashion of this world. They even have the nicest sneakers in all of Magic's history. I want to end off with the flavor text of Spectacle Mage, the cutest bird who says, "It would be a crime to withhold my light from the world." This bird does make beautiful art, but so could you. Let yourself be crazy. Let others critique you. It only enables your red side of wanting to create more. Show others your light, however that light shines. Express yourself.